Hey, what is going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. I am your host for Caffeine and Crypto, a show that we do every Saturday morning around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time before our colleagues and after our colleagues. You know, usually chump change in the morning, followed by Crypto Mikkel, then myself, Red Panda Mining, who I believe is on vacation. I'm not sure if they're live streaming today, and then Rabbit Mining. And, well, you survived. The Bitcoin halving has come and went. I'm not sure if this is your first happening. I'm not sure if you're a veteran in the space, but either way, congratulations. If you are new to the crypto space and specifically Bitcoin, and you made it through your first happening, congratulations. You have popped your cherry. The market right now is kind of chilling, right? Bitcoin did stabilize at the high 63K, 64K range right now. Not a lot of love going to any of the alts, right? When that Bitcoin pullback happened, a lot of the alts fell pretty good. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Honestly, this is much higher than what I was anticipating before the halving and during the halving. Because as I mentioned before, we were supposed to sit around that 48, 43K range until the halving happens, and then 3 months after the halving, then we put a new all-time high. However, everything in my rule book has went out. Now, many of us are watching the Bitcoin countdown. A lot of my colleagues in the space did videos. Good to see Bits be tripping, Mr. Carter, son of a tech. And I noticed the OGs, we need to cut our hair. We got our winter coat still on. We need to cut our hair. So I need to get a haircut soon. But I saw son of a tech also needs to probably get a haircut. Bits be tripping. Like, we just been busy, rocking and rolling nonstop, different projects in different sides of the world. But good to see the guys out there streaming. Red Panda went live for a little bit, so it was good. Countdown completed around 8:09, 8:05 p.m. Obviously, different calculators, different websites brought you different things. But yeah, it's done, and that's good to see. And we're going to talk about Bitcoin, the halving, of course, the current hash rate of Bitcoin, a couple of news topics, and then look at the mining profitability. And then I have an announcement for you guys. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that notification bell to make sure you stay up to date with what's going on with the channel. And let's just get right into it. Bitcoin just completed its fourth ever halving. Here's what investors need to watch now. Now, this is not my first halving, but it's not my fourth. I wasn't there for the first one. Well, I guess 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I wasn't there for the first one. I was after the first one. But a lot of OGs in the space. But yeah, on Friday, the Bitcoin network had its halving, slashing the incentive rewards that miners get in half for the fourth time in history. The celebrated event, which takes place once every 4 years, is mandated in the Bitcoin code, is designed to slow the issuance of Bitcoins, thereby creating scarcity effect and allowing cryptocurrency to maintain its digital gold-like quality. Which, by the way, guess what? Congratulations. Lark Davis says the age of 6.25, which is the amount of Bitcoin per block reward, right? That was the actual reward, 6.25 Bitcoin every block you found. It's now time for the 3.125. Bitcoin has gotten twice as rare as gold. We're talking scarcity, right? Gold can be mined from the earth. Yes, it takes resources and money and obviously finding those gold reserves, but they can still be found. And it can still be smelted and then created into gold bars, gold coins, gold whatever. Well, Bitcoin only has 21 million. So it's getting rarer and rarer, scarcer and scarcer. And when things are scarce and demand is high, what happens? Price goes up. But we'll see. Everybody, there's still a lot of naysayers out there. Still a lot of gold bugs that say Bitcoin is crap and is going to zero. But we'll see. We'll just let the action speak for us and keep a positive attitude. However, moving on, there may be some speculative trading on the event itself, like leading up to the halving, which was kind of like a buy the rumor, sell the news, which I mentioned in last week's stream. The JP Morgan said it expects to have some downside or see some downside Bitcoin post halving, and Deutsche Bank said it does not expect prices to increase significantly. However, the impact may be bigger months from now, even if Bitcoin continues to trend in diminishing returns from the halving day to its cycle top. Two key things to watch would be the block reward and the hash rate, which I have a chart for the hash rate here in just a moment. But you can see here on this image that we have cycle 1 which happened in 2012, November 28th, where Bitcoin was $12.50. Could you imagine? Right? Could you imagine? I wish I wasn't that early. I wasn't that early. I was below the hundreds, but basically around the hundreds. But still, like $12.50 a Bitcoin. Can you imagine if you knew what you knew now and you could buy Bitcoin at $12.50? I bet you would eat ramen and you would pay your bills, but every cent you had would have been going to Bitcoin. Obviously, at the end of the cycle, or during the cycle after that first halving, it hit $1,063. That's a 93x max return. On cycle 2, which was July 9th, 2016, Bitcoin's price at the time of the halving was $638, and then the cycle top was a 2017 high on December 15th of $19,333, which is a 30% return. Cycle 3, which was May 11th, 2020, right, was $8,475, and that still seems like a really good deal, right? If you think back during the pandemic, right, when the halving took place I believe the pandemic was underway or at the beginning stages during that time, Bitcoin was only around $84.75, right? We had the Black Swan event where I was trying to gobble up as much Bitcoin as I possibly could with spare funds because I'm just a normal person, just like you, blue collar, working every day, 9 to 5, trying to get things done. At my son's choir event, and I just watched Bitcoin fall and fall and fall to that 3,200 range somewhere in there, and every $10 here, $20 there, just gobbling as much as I possibly could with spare funds that I could afford to lose if it did go to zero. And the cycle top, which was in 2021, 1 year later, November 10th, a little bit over 1 year later, obviously is the 68K, right? When we almost hit that 70K. Now we made a new all-time high already at that 73, 74K range, but we are down quite significantly from there. But it's still an 8x return from the middle, right, or the halving event on May 11th to November 10th, 2021. While the upcoming Bitcoin halving will create a supply shock, as previous ones had, we believe the impact on cryptocurrency price could be magnified by the concurrent demand created by the emergence of the Bitcoin ETFs. The bigger immediate impact will be to miners themselves, he added. They're the ones that run the machines that do all the work to record new blocks of Bitcoin transactions and adding them to the global ledger, also known as blockchain. Miners with access to inexpensive, reliable power sources are well positioned to navigate the post-halving market dynamics, said Matthew Galinko in a note Friday. Some miners, many that are not public, could exit the market with a combination of poor access to power, inefficient machines and capital. Miners with capital and relatively expensive power will likely find opportunities in the wake of the potential consolidation and disruption driven by the halving. So, as I mentioned many times before in the past, now that we're past the halving, the actual halving has taken place, the block reward has been reduced. We're going to see some mining operations, again, just like the article said and what I mentioned, public and private, that may shut down their operations, and then we might have an influx of miners on the secondhand market, right? Some of these larger operations tend to sell directly to, like, so OTC, not something you will be aware of, but we might see an influx on the secondhand market for maybe the smaller to medium-sized operations. So if you're looking for an ASIC and you're thinking about buying one, maybe hold off a little bit in a few months and check it out. I know everybody's trying to rush to get as many ASICs as possible, especially maybe some of the newer generation, because they don't want to get the older generation because the newer generation is more efficient. But maybe some of the older versions are going to be priced very competitively, even though they're more inefficient as far as power per hash. But still, just keep your eyes out for that. Hopefully you can find something that you love. Block rewards over time. Here's a chart. We can see it here, right? Every 210,000 blocks, or about 4 years, the incentives for Bitcoin miners are reduced by half. You can see 50, 25, what was that, a 12 point something? Forgive me if I said that wrong. 6.25, I think it was 12.5, 6.25, and then, yeah, now we're in the 3.25 arena. And then, obviously, in 2028, we're going to have another one. Now, what's funny is right now, the Bitcoin halving years line up with a major presidential election here in the United States. And I think those two options, or those two items, aligning, plus the ETFs, is going to bring a huge catalyst where we could see Bitcoin reach those targets on which I speculate it could hit. Now, I'm not investment advice, not financial advisor, just a regular guy on the internet, but just looking at the trends, looking at the charts. Again, I could see, if you haven't heard me say this already, because I've been saying it every damn stream if you haven't been coming by, and thank you, Crypto Mikkel, for the raid, is that Bitcoin, I could see it hitting 125 to 150K price target very easily. Very easily. Now, I know some people are calling for $1 million Bitcoin, $2 million Bitcoin. That's a little bit outside of my realm of or my thinking. But, you know, honestly, anything's possible. The variables are just so different this time, this halving cycle. Anyways, we got a quote here. Miners utilize powerful specialized computer hardware, ASICs, to validate transactions on the Bitcoin network and record them permanently in the blockchain. This process, known as mining, rewards miners with newly minted Bitcoins. But with each halving, the reward to mining is decreased to maintain scarcity and control the cryptocurrency's inflation rate over time. Right? The hash rate, historically, after having Bitcoin hash rate, or the total computational power used by these miners to process these transactions on the Bitcoin network, has fallen, pricing some miners out of the market. It generally recovers to medium term. However, Mr. Labor pointed out that the network hash rate has been hitting all-time highs for months as miners tried to take the market share ahead of the halving. And we have seen that. Talked to Mr. Carr the other day, or actually yesterday, and we were talking about, we got to the Bitcoin halving, the block height in which the halving took place or would take place. We got there a lot faster than we anticipated. Mathematically, the way I was calculating it is it would have happened today was my most recent take, but I think I had it like the 22nd or the 25th of April, and we just kept on pushing it further and further, or closer and closer, because we got old S9 miners coming online. We got people spinning up their old machines, just trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin before the halving, especially as more and more mainstream media were covering the topic. And right, that's why I was saying it was a buy the rumor, sell the news. A lot of people were buying up Bitcoin before the halving, or halving, as Max likes to correct me. And now that having taken place, we might see a sell-off. And we did see a sell-off prior to the actual event, so we'll see how things go. But in the past 3 halvings, the network recovered to its pre-halving hash rate levels with an average of 57 days. It's likely that the current evaluation price of Bitcoin may limit the short-term dip in the hash rate as Bitcoin miners enjoy record high profits in the leading up to the halving. We were, and we actually saw some crazy numbers yesterday. If you were watching Son of a Tech stream, we were actually watching it. For all the newcomers that just came over from Crypto Mikkel's raid, thank you for stopping by. I just wanted to say again, Bitcoin is now twice as rare as gold, guys. Congratulations if this is your first halving cycle. You popped your cherry. If this is if you're an OG or a veteran, you've been through many halving cycles. We'll see how this one goes. I'm excited for what it has to bring. And thank you, Retro Mike, for the $4.99. What's next for Bitcoin after the halving? Well, we talked about that, and I gave my personal opinion over the past couple of weeks. Let's see if there's anything in this particular article that I really want to call out. I don't really think there is. I just wanted to call out the topic. But, you know, this article, that's what it was. This article was talking about the hash rate, the network hash rate recovering 57 days after the halving. And then this article is talking about the price, right? Bitcoin's most explosive gains typically occur 180 days after the halving. VanEck's head of digital asset research, Matthew Siegel, wrote in a recent blog post, on average, Bitcoin's price has risen 427% from 30 days before the halving to 100 days after. Along those lines, Bitcoin jumped 116% from 2020 to the 6,800 to the 14K range. The blog post. So let's see here. Bitcoin price has risen 427% from 30 days before the halving to 180 days after. Okay. So we'll take a look at that on the chart here, but I don't want to disrupt the hash rate chart that I have pulled up already. But yeah, the variable is a lot different for some of you that just joined because you came over from Crypto Mikkel. I appreciate you. Make sure you smash that like button, hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Share this out to your friends, family, your mom, whatever. Hi, Mom. But the point is, we completed the halving. Congratulations. Bitcoin is rarer than gold, who can continue to be mined. And yes, it costs resources and money, but it's rarer than gold. It's scarcer than gold. And it's just going to continue to get scarcer And it feels like about as rumor sell the news event, because Bitcoin, while it has stabilized at the high 63K, low 64Ks, it's a lot higher than I anticipated. But at least it's stabilized. We'll hopefully see more to come in the future. 5 ways is different this time. This halving cycle is different. And we'll look again at the price, because I want to look at 180 days from yesterday, and then do like maybe just do like 100% from that target and see what the price would be. We'll do that on the chart here in just a moment. And I do have an announcement, so make sure you stay tuned. Don't leave just yet. I do have an announcement regarding a Solana token and some updates, and I need some help from you, the community members. I'll talk more about that towards the end of this stream. Please hang in there. Otherwise, if you're watching this later, go ahead and skip forward a little bit until you start seeing me talk about or hearing me talk about the Solana token. But 5 ways this halving is different than others. Well, one we already know is the ETF. Bitcoin is more decentralized and more secure because we have more and more hash rate. So ETFs, more secure, more hash rate. Miners better shape for the halving this time. In the past, we might not have, as what they're saying there is we might not have a shakeout of these mining operations as we had in the past. They weren't positioned as well in the past, especially in 2020, because they were dealing with the pandemic. Maybe funds were drying up. Everything, they had to lay off workers. Obviously, they had to do the work themselves. Maybe they couldn't keep up with the demand because they couldn't have all these workers working in a facility. So the 2020 halving was different than now. Maybe these miners are better positioned, so we might not have such an influx of secondhand miners coming into the secondhand market, or miners coming into the secondhand market or being sold on the secondhand market, or operations not calculating things correctly. Because Michael Carter has been quite, not quietly, but doing quite a good job educating the populace about their operations, and he does provide consulting service as well as myself. If you are concerned, because you got to take into account your power cost, obviously your operation cost, the facility that you're operating out of, what is your ESG mix as far as power goes, what percentages in fossil fuels, solar, so on and so forth. Having a good partner in your energy provider is really good as well. But if you can be good up to a certain price point, like up to 0.8 cents per kilowatt hour, which I know a lot of farms are getting much, much cheaper than that. But let's just say that that's your target. If you go up to 0.8 cents per kilowatt hour, then you're no longer profitable. You got to make some adjustments and stuff like that. But a lot of good information out there, not only from Mr. Carter, but I've seen a lot of new people coming up. Suburban, pretty good job as far as using the natural resources around them completely off the grid to mine Bitcoin. There's a lot of great individuals out there. So you got to check them out on Twitter. I usually follow most of them. I can't keep up with all of them. There's so many new cats in the space. Nothing but love for the new cats in the space. I appreciate it. It's good to see. And Bitcoin has been trending on Google, right? Google searches for Bitcoin halving gets higher than 420. Now, it's 420 right now, and happy 420 to you if you partake in that type of stuff. If not, all good. But I do need to, after this live stream, go help out the wife who works in the medical marijuana field at some various events, stuff like that. I do want to speak with you, Pellish. I have not seen your email yet, but I do want to speak with you. I want to speak to a number of you, maybe jump in Discord after stream, because I'm going to need some help regarding the announcement at the end of this video. But Google is inundated with searches for Bitcoin halving, and again, mainstream media has been just drawing so much attention to it, and people are just excited. We're excited for the halving. Now the halving's done, it's just a matter of the waiting game. What I would personally say, if I bring you guys in, is not financial advice. Again, I'm just a dude on the internet. I just look at the charts, and I'm just a miner. But I wouldn't go betting the farm on Bitcoin. I would just dollar cost average, right? Everybody's looking for these meme coins, and that's perfectly understandable, and you can make some pretty good money off of that. But I like to focus on tokens that have proven themselves and aren't going anywhere. How would you stop Bitcoin? Just curious. How would you stop Bitcoin? You can't. Short of the earth being destroyed or the entire world's internet being cut off, which when you cut off a country's internet, as Egypt learned back in the day, we'll just turn that shit back on. If the government does try to control it, which the U.S. does have quite a substantial amount of Bitcoin compared to other countries, but the government doesn't control it, right? They can't control it. They're trying to control it now, and they're doing their best to control it, but they're going to fail. So how would you stop Bitcoin? An asteroid hits the Earth? Okay, Bitcoin's done, right? Because everybody here, unless somebody was able to get out in space with some of their Bitcoin, right, and take the blockchain with them, right, take their own node and everything, and now they can spread it off to Mars and to other solar systems. Like, you can't stop Bitcoin. You can't. It's no way to stop it. Yet people will crap on it. People say it's nothing. So yeah, news has been talking about it. We've been talking about it for quite some time. So how are mining profits going? Well, even though 420 is not doing too good, like I said, I hope you have a happy 420. Go enjoy yourself. Let's look at the hash rate. So on TradingView, I like to look at this chart. There's various charts out there. I think Y chart, stuff like that. We have not hit a new all-time high for Bitcoin hash rate just yet. That was back on March 24th, 2024. That was the new all-time high, 713. Right now, we're sitting at 651. So we'll have to see how things go. But what are the profits? Well, right now, my two S19K Pros are doing about this right here. I have the numbers blocked out because it's none of your damn business. But this is what I'm averaging right here. And that's actually a little bit more than what I'm seeing. So that's almost 30.3 on one machine, the S19K Pro 110 terahash, which again has been modded with the Epic control board to give me extra hash rate and allow me a more control. Check that out on the channel if you haven't done so already. And I also have the 120 terahash version with an Epic control board, Epic blockchain control board to get more hash rate. So that's about 0.3032. And if we look at that right now, let's actually calculate that once again because the numbers changed on me. I think I did these two numbers right here. Thank you so much for the donation of $10, Pellers. Appreciate you. Would you please post a link to your Discord in chat? So my Discord is not open for a reason, but I do drop it every once in a while. Let me go ahead and get Discord loaded up. Because, so it is behind a paywall, and I know a lot of people don't like that. The problem is when you open it up, it tends to get inundated with shit and bots and scammers. And my Discord is quiet, and some people like it. Some people want more people in there, yes. And I do need more people in there, but I don't have anybody modding. Like, it's just me, and I'm always busy. Which is why I've been asking for the community's help, not only in modding Discord, but what's going to be talked about here at the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But let me grab the link right now, and just one time only, just for this live stream. There is going to be a timer on it. I'm going to open up the invite temporarily, but I have to edit everybody's roles because the bot is not working for some stupid ass reason. So for the next 12 hours, if you're watching this video within the 12 hours of this live stream going out, you will be able to get into the Discord for free without having to be a member. Keep an eye out. I do that regularly on Twitter and sometimes the live streams. Once you get in, I'll pay attention to who, what, when, where channel and make sure to update your role. So just hang tight. Bear with me because obviously I need to entertain the guests that are here. So anyways, back to Bitcoin. One machine's earning about 0.3032. The other machine is earning about 0.30, and I would say 2.8. I was calculating 2.5 earlier. So that's about 6 right there. So 306. Right now I'm making $38.38. That's right now. On average, and I will have a video about this because I've been collecting data about the amount of Bitcoin my two S19K Pros have been earning since March, February, somewhere in there. And I'm going to aggregate all the data, get an average, and then compare that post-halving. But I want the days to go by. I don't want to do it right now. I want the hash rate, the network hash rate, to go to its level. Like, it's going to continually either go up or down or drop significantly, stabilize, and then start to march back up again. But I want to make sure that the network stabilizes before, you know, like if there is any big farms going to shut down, that's obviously going to change the hash rate. You can see this is a lagging indicator, right? The latest data point is from the 19th and one on 20th. There are some charts out there that give you some better real-time data, but either way, we can see, you know, things are going to change. Now, we were making some really killer profits last night because I played around with a couple of cats. And what I mean by that is I went to the hash rate marketplace and I went to the SHA-256 and then the SHA-256 ASIC boost, and I put in an order. And you can see most of the orders are rocket ships, right? And those are the easy mining options, which I don't recommend, and I don't encourage people to do that because you're just wasting money. Even when NiceHash does the big boy one where like a lot of people can join, they didn't even hit blocks. The difficulty's just gotten too high. The hash rate's just been too much. Like, you're not going to hit a block. If the hash rate were to dip down out of the 600s and into the 500s, then maybe you might have a chance. But right now, it's just, you're just throwing away money, right? You're just gambling. But these people were paying, if you look at the numbers here on screen, I'm not sure if you can see it, you can see that the top order underneath the rocket is 2.66 Bitcoin per exahash per day, right? Mofos were paying 6 and 5. What I did is I went 6.8 and then I canceled my order, and people tried to compete with me, and so it stabilized for a little bit until they caught on. They messed up because the bot that they were using was trying to outpace me or outbeat me. But once they caught on, they diminished it, and it went down, 5.6, 5.2, 4.8, 4.2. Like, they eventually caught on and dropped down. So prices on NiceHash Marketplace stabilized. But on Red Panda Mining's live stream, we saw somebody, a solo miner on via BTC, hit a block, a golden block. Let's see here. What is it? Not Metasploit. Bitcoin. Mempool. Let's see if we can go find it real quick. The golden block. Really cool, guys. Really cool. Via BTC. Where is it at? 6 hours ago. So that was basically late last night. Where's the golden block? There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, this block, 40 Bitcoin. 40 Bitcoin. I hope that went to some regular person who didn't have a lot of money and is now blessed with 40 Bitcoin. I really hope that this just changed somebody's life for the better. I really hope that. And I think that's what Bitcoin can do. I know a lot of institutional investors are in, venture capitalists, ETFs. There's a lot of the suits coming into the space now. I understand that. But I hope that over the years you have accumulated enough Bitcoin so that when Bitcoin does take off and hits that 150, 200K, whatever number, that it gives you some life-changing opportunities. It might not be life-changing money to where you could retire for the end of your life, but at least it will give you, you could pay off your house, you could pay off your car, you could send your kids to school. That's what Bitcoin to me is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for the regular people to stop trusting centralized authorities like banks with their money and to securely store and manage and spend their crypto however the hell they want, obviously paying taxes and filing with the appropriate authorities, yada, 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 but giving you guys a chance to change your life for the better. And that's what happened yesterday. So congrats to whoever that solo block winner is. That is a golden amount of Bitcoin. You can see that even though that was the golden one, we got blocks over here with 7.6, right? 10 Bitcoin, 19 Bitcoin, 27 Bitcoin, 32 Bitcoin. And you can see the pools that won them. And obviously those rewards would have gone to whoever the pool is and stuff like that, and dispersed amongst, X amount of people. So you still might only get a percentage of it, but yeah, Foundry's killing it. Sec pool, yeah, Foundry's just doing it. I don't understand. F2 pool is falling off like a mofo, but via BTC is doing all right. I've seen it quite a few times. Binance pool, unknown. That might be a regular farm. There's F2 pool right there. I haven't seen a lot of Brains pool, unfortunately. When was the last Brains pool that we saw on here? I think it was yesterday. I haven't seen one recently. Brains. So might want to switch over to, Luxor got one. There you go. 12 Bitcoin. And that's subsidy and fees, okay? So it's really 9 Bitcoin and then plus fees. But obviously with the increased interest of runes and BRC20 and stuff like that, there's some opportunities out there to make some more profits. There is. The block reward is only 3.125, but there's some opportunities. So Brains did get a Bitcoin, 21 Bitcoins divided amongst their miners and the amount of shares they submitted, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, still crazy nonetheless. So let's look at the hash rate. We'll move this over to the side real quick. So right now, the most profitable ASIC that we can buy is the WhatsMiner M63S Hydro. but obviously that's priced pretty high. And if you want a proper hydro setup, I would encourage you to go talk to Mr. Carter or a number of my colleagues. They've done it multiple times. I believe Mr. Carter has done a couple of them, especially out there in the EU and stuff like that. Depends on your water source, stuff like that. You don't want a lot of minerals in your system, or you want to be able to filter that water enough to not get corrosion and minerals stuck inside the fin stack of each individual miner's cooling plate, so on and so forth. But yeah, the S21 Pro is making around $33 right now, or 21 days, $21 profit after the cost of electricity. I think my cost of electricity is right now around 10-15 cents. The 63S Hydro, $51 or 26 cents profit. The S21 Non-Pro, about $16 profit at 10 cent per kilowatt hour, or 15 cent kilowatt hour, whatever the fuck it is, 15 cent per kilowatt hour. M60, $14. T21, $14. 53 Hydro from Wetsminer, $13. The X16P, $10. And then you got some of the Ice River miners and stuff like that. I really want to focus just on Shaw. So S19K Pro, $17 or $7 profit. That's about right. And if we look at my specific miners, which is only measuring at the 120 terahash, it basically says that Bitcoin's only making you $5 a day. And then after electricity, at my cost, I'm making negative $4 a day. But I'm pretty sure that the SHA-256 Gigabyte is what's helping us make that profit. We'll see how things go. This might be, I think some of these mining calculators might be lagging. That might be accurate, but it all depends on the current net hash, the difficulty, so on and so forth. So let's go to a different chart. Mine the ASIC. Again, looking at the top miners, they do not have the M63S Hydro on here. The top one is the S21 Hydro, which we just saw as well. It's about $6,000 ASIC. It's making around $24 a day. M63 regular, $20 a day. S19XP Hydro, 257 terahash, $15 a day, so on and so forth. So profits, even though the block reward was cut, if you're pool mining, your profits should remain the same or a little bit greater. And if the hash rate, network hash rate continues to dip and difficulty continues to dip, then we should make even more profits as people turn off rigs or operations. But if people continue to stay on, we're just going to stay the same where we were before the halving. And then the hash rate and difficulty continues to climb up as it has been increasingly, then yeah, we're going to make less and less Bitcoin. But you shouldn't have seen too much of an impact from before to right now, this very second. We have to allow it more time for things to level off. Now, I'm going to check the live chat here in a minute. You guys are going ham. Crypto Craig, you say thank you. Pellish Miner, so still not sure about the block after looking at the fees. 40 BTC, $2.6 million. Woo. I'm doing okay. Avalon Nano 3S on the way. 3 of them. Congrats, Pellish Miner. What's up, England? New England. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Tech Man, appreciate you stopping by. Financial Failure. Haven't seen you in a minute. You doing good, bud? Chris Hanley. All Track. Moto Prince. Tizen Coin. Crypto Pounder 4. Turtle Tech. Retro Mac. I'm not sure if you're still here, but good morning to you. Afternoon, evening, wherever you are, brother. Automatic Beats. Crypto Craig. I'm not sure if you ever sent that. Mr. Boruski. Borzus. Zowiski? I'm sorry. I can't pronounce that name. J Bohannon, Magic Lucky. All right, cool. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. Now, I'm probably going to do a video about this, but Senate passes, and this is primarily for the U.S., Senate passes surveillance bill despite contentious debate over privacy concerns. So, the only reason I want to bring this up is you're going to see more of a push to privacy, right? You got different apps out there right now that allow you to send notices to various companies that got your information to remove your information from their database or whatever, because your data is just being sold from one vendor to another, right? Delisting you, unsubscribing you, because nowadays if you go to your email, whether it's Gmail or not, and you click that email and you go down to the bottom and hit unsubscribe, that is actually a fictitious link. Not all of them are doing that, but that link would just subscribe you to more crap. It may unsubscribe you from that newsletter, but it might just sign you up for more. So you just got to be very careful. Usually you just send them to junk or spam, but they're just getting more and more and more full of crap, man. So you got data brokers out there trying to buy and auction and sell your data. And you got companies out there offering services at a price and a monthly subscription, because everything's fucking subscriptions, to try to get you off of these lists and off of these databases and stuff like that. It's just super annoying. But privacy tokens. How can privacy tokens help out? Well, there's various different ones. And you saw one at the beginning of this channel where it's the GST VPN, all right? Ghost VPN, right? This is kind of derived off of the main project, right, that McAfee first came out with. But we'll have to talk more about that in a different video. Ironfish also has privacy features in the token that I don't think a lot of people talk about, and we should probably make its own video for that. Are privacy tokens going to have a place? Well, there's some concern about that because the regulators don't want you to be private. They want to know everything about you, what you're spending, how you're spending, what you're touching, what you're doing, what hand you wipe your ass with. Like, they got to know everything about you. Why? I don't know. I really don't understand why they got to know everything about us. Our cookies, our history, our search history, what we did last summer, whatever. I don't understand it. But we're going to see a push towards privacy, and I think privacy tokens, have a real battle up on their or in the horizon, because they're gonna have to battle the regulators and politicians that don't want us using privacy tokens, right? They want to make sure that we're spending our fair share or paying our fair share of taxes and stuff like that. Even though the rich and the famous avoid taxes like a mofo, we gotta pay out the ass for our taxes. So I just think that we're gonna see a push, and this is just one step that it's not really good. You have to learn more about the bill, and I urge people to constantly be involved. Like, I don't like talking politics on the channel because I don't want to irk you, the viewer. I respect you. I respect your opinion. I respect your beliefs. I have different beliefs. I have different opinions. I have a different religion. It does not matter. You and I can coincide in this world together without having to kill each other, without having to be assholes to each other, without disrespecting one another. We can coexist. It is possible. But so much of the world has been us versus them. You're either with us or you're them. You're either them or you're there. Like, it's stupid. So I don't talk about it, but I urge people to be involved in it, whether it's the local, county, state, federal, whatever it might be, to make sure you're educated, make sure you're viewing multiple sources. If you get one news topic, don't just sit with that. Go and compare. Make sure that data is accurate. There's sites out there that tells you, right, or might call out inconsistencies or misinformation. And there's tools out there for it as well. But just make sure that you're educated and aware, especially if you're in the United States, especially because this is the election year, of what's going on and stuff like that. If you're outside the U.S., you still be involved. Anyways, lawmakers voted 60-34 to reauthorize Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act after the House passed the measure late last week. The House passed the bill after a new version was put forward for a 2-year reauthorization instead of 5 years, a change that helped appease conservatives who had initially vetoed against the legislation. A 2-year reauthorization would give the former President Donald Trump a chance to overhaul the law if he wins the upcoming presidential election. So, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Saturday applauded the reauthorization, calling the program one of the United States' most vital intelligence collections tools. He added that President Joe Biden will swiftly sign the bill into law, ensuring that our security professionals can continue to rely on Section 702 to detect grave national security threats. And that's the thing. What I understand, what my vision or my idea of national security is different from how it's being interpreted depending on which federal agency we're talking about. FBI, CIA, NSA, right? If you keep using the national security moniker to apply to whatever stupid thing you're doing and invade somebody's privacy, Like, there's got to be clear rules, and there isn't. So we'll see how things go. But this is exactly what people in the past try to warn us about. So I'm going to keep my eyes on this one. This has nothing to do with privacy tokens. I just brought it up because, like, Ironfish is not, the privacy aspects of Ironfish are not talked about enough. GST VPN is just like any other VPN, but it's done via blockchain. So there are opportunities out there for us to utilize the tools and stop people from having all our information. Plain and simple. But now the United States will continue to have the authority to continue to collect foreign intelligence information from non-U.S. persons located outside of the United States, while at the same time codifying important forms that Justice Department has adopted to ensure the protection of Americans' privacy and civil liberties. But it can be misused. It can be misused. And critics talk about a backdoor. Under FISA Section 702, the government hoovers up massive amounts of internet and cell phone data on foreign targets. Hundreds of thousands of Americans and information are incidentally collected during that process and then accessed each year without warrant. I'm pretty sure Snowden was talking and warning about this, but whatever. Down for millions of such queries, the United States government ran it past the years. Critics refer to this as the backdoor searches. Hey, Google, give me your data. Hey, Yahoo, give me your data. Hey, Facebook, give me your data. So just be careful. Now, on the topic... No, I didn't tell you to tell cellular data on. Shut up, Google. It is on. Give me your data. What? Okay. It thought I said, because I said, hey, Google. You pick up on that? All right. Anyways, sorry if I activated your phone. Anyways, Senate passes this bill. Keep an eye out for it. Reauthorizing Section 702 for Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. By the way, right? Not only do Americans get their data gets hoovered up while trying to spy or get data on these foreign entities, but when you leave the country, even if you're an American citizen in the United States, your data can be hoovered up. I just want you to know that. And when you leave the country, you best believe they're going to look at your stuff. You best believe they're going to look at your stuff. So anyways, the point is, make sure you're validating the data that you're getting, right? Don't trust, verify. That doesn't just apply to blockchain, but news these days, because the news that's coming out is crazy. I don't like to get political, but I do think it's very important that you express your beliefs, your opinions, your thoughts in a diplomatic, constructive criticism type of way, and be involved in your local, state, or federal, or country's politics. With that being said, I made a token. I am still working on it, but democats.me. It's a play on words, and apparently I'm not the only one. So there's already a token out there called Democats. I didn't see it. I didn't like DCats because I think it sounded like FCAT, like the old test that we used to take here in Florida. So there's a Solana token that I am building, and I'm building it from scratch, right? I'm using the Solana CLI, SPL-token, Metaboss, Metaplex, Rust. I wanted to learn, and I'm just doing this out of for my own education, okay? So I made Democats. You can go, if you click the website link in a new tab while you leave this window open, please don't leave me. You'll see there's links to our Telegram, our Twitter, Bird Eye, all created recently, okay? This is a website hosted on Portbun, which I found the best place to get this domain name registration. Yes, it has Obama on it. I don't care if you hate him or like him. It does not matter. The point is, don't boo, vote. Don't complain, vote. Okay? Be involved in your politics. Just a meme token. No tangible benefits to it. I'm not creating like this really crazy project. I wanted to learn. I'm playing around. But I do want to create a liquidity pool. And the moment you create a liquidity pool and burn that liquidity, it does become a market on Bird Eye, on Dex Screener, and all this other stuff. So I'm working out the tokenomics, and I do plan on trying to airdrop this token to the supporters, the community members, whoever. Like, I'm down for it. I've already been asking some of you for your addresses. I just haven't talked about it publicly. All the tokens are going to be dispersed in some form or fashion, right? Whether it's burned into liquidity burn or airdropped or whatever. Like, I'm just going to send it off. And I found some tools to help us do that. However, I do want to discourage against using the quick tools, okay? So again, the project's name right now is called democats.meme, and this isn't even the main project that I want you guys to really get excited about. The one that I do want to talk about, I'm not going to just yet because I got to get the website built. I got to get to do a lot of things. That one is the main project. This is me doing an educational project to learn and to possibly do a video and share how I got it done, right? Because a lot of the videos you might see from 2 years ago, like Pellish Miner said, don't work. So using the Solana CLI, you should be able to do this regardless if there's an update or not. Update your metadata regardless if there's an update or not, because the JSON list or the token list on the Solana GitHub got taken down. It's depreciated, so you can't update it anymore. And you want to get your token listed on Solscan, right? And if you actually go to Solscan right now and you type in demo cats with an S, you'll see the token pops up. Now, it doesn't show up in my Phantom for some reason. I'm still trying to work out the kinks, but we can see the token icon in the top left, and we can see the metadata. And that was the part for me that I needed to get done. Okay, that was the part that I was kind of bouncing my head off the wall. But I'm going to, let's see here, drop the Twitter, drop the Telegram, and the live chat. I need some help moderating, because once this gets listed, basically you're going to have a bunch of bots and accounts come into the Telegram, and it might get crazy. But if I do get some help moderating, I don't have money to pay you guys. I don't. Like, I'm literally going negative to do this just because I want to learn. Like, to create a liquidity pool, it's probably not going to be a big liquidity pool that I'm going to do, because I don't have much skin in the game. I did post an address on Twitter asking if anybody wanted to throw some skin in the game. I got their address. Now I could just airdrop them the token. I would, but that's not for demo cats. That is for a new token that we're going to have some fun with, and is my wife's idea. So there's 2 Solana tokens I'm doing. I will be doing airdrops on both of them, and all I need from you is your address. There's no risk. Like, all my friends are looking at me stupid, like, oh, why are you asking for my address? You get hacked? No, guys. I'm creating a token to have some fun, to learn, to educate, to share. And if I have your address, I can't do nothing with it. All I can do is send it tokens. It's not like I can take from you. All I can do is send it tokens. Now, because I made the token, technically, if I didn't revoke my freeze authority, I could take your tokens back after I sent it to you. But I'm not going to do that. Like, this it's just me, Chris Vega, from fucking Florida, learning new things. Like, everything I do is for this community, right? To warn people about shady shit, to jump on a grenade if the hardware product is bad, rather than you spend your money. I used to buy it myself and then jump on the grenade and be like, don't buy this, save your money, go buy something else. I can't afford to do that as much anymore because the market's just crazy. GPU prices is really high. But if I can afford to, I will. Calling out stuff on Yeti.uk, rug pulls, shady shit, whatever. So all these meme tokens and tokens that are getting put on Solana that don't have a website, don't even have a Twitter, don't even have a Telegram, don't even have metadata or basic metadata besides the name, the symbol, and a description. At least I did something, right? The website was built with your normal HTML, right? Threw some code at it. Bob's your uncle. It's not hard, but I wanted to re-educate myself because there's so many different programming languages that sometimes you confuse commands in between them. I did this all through Ubuntu, but you can use Solana SCLI through Windows if you really wanted to. So I need your addresses. How do I get that? Well, shit. Post your Solana address. We got 9 minutes. Is Red Panda going live? Post your, one time only, post your Solana address in the live chat so I can start logging it. Let me see here. Again, there's no risk to you guys. I'm just airdropping you some tokens. The real token that's coming after this is the one that I'm going to put a decent amount of skin in the game. The wife is. So, yeah. Post your Solana address in the live chat is what I just said. All that other stuff I will work out. There's no risk to you. It's in there. I already did that, Pellish. Here, let me show you. It just took some time, right? If you do it the way that I'm going to show it, through MetaBoss instead of Metaplex, it just takes some time, okay? But yeah, the token's showing there. It's on Bird Eye. And you can see that the security checks, there's some concerns there, right? Which I already knew. It's mintable, so I can still mint you tokens. It's the information, like the website, the URL, the URI, is not immutable yet, right? Which is what you want to do to create that trust, right? You want to, well, most projects want to revoke minting, so they can't mint more to add that layer of trust. You can trust the project. But not all projects and not all meme coins have done that. What they do to offset that is to burn tokens. You want to make it mutable or immutable, right? So the information like the website and everything can't get changed. I haven't renounced ownership yet. And there's only 2 addresses that have it. So working on it. When this gets finalized, it's going to go on to the real coin where I'm going to really push for it. I got the website built. It's not on IPFS yet, but it's coming. And if you look up Solana token creator, right? I want to show you something. There's a lot of good tools out there, okay? There's a lot of good tools out there, and there's a lot of fake tools out there. You need to be careful. But rather than trust a third party to create the token, which again, like Orion Tools, which you've seen on that one guy's channel, super easy. You put in a name, you put in a symbol, you put the decimals, put the supply, add a description like your website, URL, click add image, boom. Create token, then you freeze authority, and then you mint authority. Super easy, super quick. But it's going to cost you 0.5 Sol plus 0.1 Sol plus 0.1 Sol to do that. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that, okay? Some of these websites might even charge you more, and some of these websites might charge you less. Okay? Plenty of tools out there that allow you to do this. So create Solana token. All right, let's go to the creator. Name, symbol, supply, IPFS data. It will automatically update the metadata to or add it to NFT storage, Pinata, whatever. I like Pinata. Logo URL, description. Is it immutable? Social links. Add some tags like meme, airdrop, whatever. Right? You can see down here service fee 0.25. They reduced it. Right? But when you start adding immutable and freeze authority and all that other stuff, it's going to take a little bit more. So it's going to range anywhere from 0.7 Solana to 0.25, or let's say 0.3 to get everything up and running. Let's do some math on that. Okay. So 0.7 Solana is $100 right now. if you use one of these easy tool apps to make it. And these tools, again, the people did a great job. Some of the creators are legit. Some of the websites are legit, but not all of them. So you're taking a risk. And some people, especially if you go to the online forums, you'll see scam me, didn't work, error it out. And maybe they did it during the congestion that Solana had recently. Not sure. But some of the posts weren't during the congestion times, and the transaction failed. And rather than failing at the simulation level, because usually it will try the transaction, and then we'll say simulation failed and you didn't spend any funds. You might have paid a small fee, but it didn't use the funds, and then you're good. But then in some cases it does use the funds, but you still don't have a token. You can't find your token anywhere. It doesn't get established to the blockchain, right? So you're throwing $100 away, unfortunately. I did everything up until this point, right? So free HTML builder. I had to purchase a domain registration, right? Well, times 2, but it was like $10, and each buck, it's $10 every yearly renewal, right? So I'm $10 in right now of my own money, and then I spent on top of that 0.019 Solana. So basically 0.02 Solana. So less than $3 right now at time of recording. You can make your own coin. You can make it have its own image, its own metadata, its own information. It can be seen on Bird Eye. It can show up in Phantom Wallet for only $2. But the quick, easy apps, you're going to spend anywhere from $100 to $60 or maybe $50. To me, I'd rather learn and save money than be lazy and spend more money. But some people have money to blow, right? $100 to me is not something, it's not cheap, right? Like, okay, $5, $1 is cheap to me, right? But I'm not a thousandaire, right? I'm not a 100,000aire. I'm not a millionaire to where $100 is chump change. Not to me. I got a family and 4 to take care of. So instead, I opened up the CLI, which again, you can get the Solana CLI on Windows and Ubuntu. I did it through Ubuntu. I believe the commands are going to work either way. Those subtle differences. I documented everything. And so here we are. Can you not post your Solana addresses in the live chat? I'm just curious. The real question is where to buy it. It's not up yet. So eventually there's going to be a button to where you can go and buy this token. The market is not created yet. I just got the token on the blockchain and updated the metadata. I still have to do revoke freeze authority, revoke mint authority. Okay? That would just give you guys or the community a little bit more trust in me. I hope that my reputation precedes me and you guys already trust me, and I'm just learning this. I'm not saying it's going to make you money, but if all these people can publish a token and go to a $1 million market cap in 48 hours, and then it dumps, and those people turned, $20 into $100, why can't you guys? Like, I'm just going to give you a token, and you do with it whatever you want. Once the market is live, you do whatever you want. Dump on it, I don't care. The token's just going to everybody else. That's it. That's the game plan. I have no marketing budget. I have no push for this token. This is just one of the tokens, demo cats, but the main token isn't even launched yet, and that is the wife's idea that she came up with. It's a little bit on the nose, but she said it, and all I heard for the past week when I went to these events, especially like the medical marijuana conferences, was, when are we gonna get this? When is the coin coming out? When is the coin coming out? So because everybody was asking me, I started putting my nose to the pavement. And all this week, after my 9 to 5, before bed, I tried to learn this. And I'm learning, and I'm still learning. But I do need your help. So one, just to repeat this again, I have 2 tokens coming out that I would like to airdrop. Demo Cats is going to come out in the future. The market is not created. I might create the market next weekend, but I need to get the other coin, the main coin, the one that we're really going to do a marketing push on, or at least try to market in some form or fashion. That is the wife's idea. Will follow soon. I'll let you know. So stay tuned. 2 Solana tokens to come in the future. Give me some time. I'm still learning. 2, I need a Solana address. I already have a list. I have some of you already provided it to me. You could DM it to me on Twitter. You could DM it to me on Discord, which I need to update your role. I'm in most of the YouTubers' Discord, so you should be able to find me. You can DM it to me on Facebook if you're a Facebook friend of mine. Wherever you find me. If you don't want to let your address be public. Otherwise, like, I just need a list. I can just go and grab a list. I can certainly go and just airdrop it to everybody that owns Bonk. I can do that. But I want to give you guys some. And then let the cards fall as where it may. I don't know. Like, this is a fun new adventure that honestly turned out to be just a little bit stressful, only because I was banging my head unnecessarily. Once I took a break and took a couple steps back, we were good to go. So, yeah. The thumbnail is accurate. I am airdropping some tokens. It looks like Red Panda is not going live. He's on vacation, so Rabbit Mining doesn't go live till 1. I don't know if I'm going to stream all the way to 1, guys. Holy crap. Are you seeing that? Can you guys see that on my screen? Let me move out of your way. Look where I'm sitting right now. Can you see that? Demonetized. Demonetized. Anyways, yeah. Send me your Solana address. DM it. Whatever. I don't care. I'm going to get a list together and airdrop it to everybody. Try to finalize the tokenomics. Try to publish that on the website. Create a liquidity pool, which is going to take, like, to set up a liquidity pool, you need at least 2.8 Solana, and then the fees eat up even more than that. So, like, realistically, it's looking like 4 Solana, which is not cheap. It's not cheap whatsoever. So, for me to put $400, $500, $600 in my own fucking money that I really can't afford to do kind of sucks. I could use that money on bills. But for education, for learning, for the community, right? Again, this channel is built for you guys. May not do everything that you guys want to listen to or know about, but the whole point is to help people. So if I bump into something that might help somebody else, I'm going to record a video and upload it. Plain and simple, okay? So send me your Solana address however you want to. Serpent X, I'm coordinating with Panda Mods. Okay. What are you doing? Are you trying to go live? Pellish Miner, sent on Discord, didn't show on YouTube. I have to get my son down for a nap. Okay, so the Solana address, weird. When I scroll up, I see where I wrote my Sol address. I guess Google is auto-deleting it. Thanks, man. All right, so then we got to go. Give me a... Fucking YouTube. Can I edit this? Customization. I don't have any redirects right now. Can anybody, a moderator that can change that? Can you, like, unhide it? Is it hidden? Okay, so I guess I'm going to drop my Sol address. Just jump in a damn Discord. Let's see here. If you guys aren't in my Discord, I'll put a channel in there just for the Solana address, where you could just post your Solana address. So invite link, 12 hours to the Discord. If you're a fucking bot or a scammer, like, fuck off, dude. Seriously, I do not want you in my Discord. You know, you could go to somebody else's Discord and play those stupid games. You don't play that shit here, okay? It's quiet. It's peaceful. Barely anybody posts. It's only for, like, hey, I need to get y'all's attention, or you need to get my attention. Discord, like, I don't post a lot in there. I don't have a lot of mods to help out. I see, all right, good deal. So a lot of y'all have just joined. I'm going to update your roles. And then I'm going to create a channel. Let me update your roles. I'll create the channel. Let's see here. What do we want to do? Verify yourself. See, the verification. I need some mods, man. I need some mods for Telegram, and I need some mods for the Discord. So if any of you guys got the time, the bandwidth, I can't pay you to help mod and fix things. Like, we need to fix the verification shit, man. Like, it was working, now it's not working. I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. the same way I figured out the Solana CLI, but like I just like after this I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna eat something and go help out the wife. All right, so let's see here. Can I replicate channel? Duplicate channel. Solana ecosystem. Solana stuff. All right, create channel. And let's see here, edit permissions. Permissions, synced main category for chat. All right, so view channel. Allow members to view channel by default. Disabling this for everyone will make. All right, I'm not sure if this worked, but we're gonna see here. So Solana stuff is where it is. I gotta update everybody's fucking roles, which a lot of you joined. Good job. Let's watch this video while I work on this. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself real quick. We're just hanging out to Rabid Panda. Rabid mining comes online. He doesn't come online till 1. I don't know if I'll be able to make it all the way there, but just hang tight. Let's listen to Crypto World. As far as a recap of today's news, basically the halving's done. Congratulations, you popped your cherry. It's scarcer or rarer than gold. Google search shows that Bitcoin halving is more popular as a search term than 420. Mining profitability boosted pretty crazy last night during the halving, but it's starting to stabilize. We'll still have to wait some time for things to get better. Profitability wise, I'm a little bit more than what I was before. It looks like we all are from the various mining calculators. Senate passed a surveillance bill. Keep an eye on it. Section 702, and I am dropping a Solana token. 2 of them. DemoCats is up now, but no market yet. That will follow in the future. I'll keep you updated. And then a second token, which I have not shown anybody the name yet, because it's quite unique. It is the wife's idea, and that is going to be the one that I'm going to put more skin in the game, and my wife's going to put some skin in the game to actually make that a good market. But join the Telegram, follow us on Twitter. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter, and let's watch some crypto news while I update everybody's freaking rolls.
Today, Bitcoin rises back to the $64,000 mark to end the week. A New York jury convicts a crypto trader in the Justice Department's first ever cryptocurrency market manipulation case. And in the final hours before the halving, we explore why this time is different from those in the past. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Jordan Smith. Digital currencies are making a run higher to close out the week as we enter the final hours before the Bitcoin halving. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin jumped back above $64,000, a gain of about 1.5%. Ether traded a little under $3,100, and Solana rose to $146. Things have been a little unsteady for Bitcoin in this final run-up to the halving. The cryptocurrency fell as low as the $59,000 level in recent days as the economic and geopolitical pressures are mounting. Today's gains weren't enough to push Bitcoin higher for the week, though. It's fallen more than 3% in the past 7 days. In Ether, it's dropped more than 4% in that same time. As Bitcoin moved lower this week, the spot Bitcoin ETFs also felt the pressure. CoinDesk reports that outflows for the ETFs reached $4.3 million on Thursday, adding to a 4-day streak of withdrawals. The question will be how markets respond post-halving. We'll talk more about that in just a bit. All right, let's talk about the top stories. Matt Hogan, Bitwise Asset Management's CIO, joined Squawk Box this morning to discuss markets and whether Bitcoin can be considered a store of value or safe haven asset, especially amid rising tensions in the Middle East. This morning, Israel launched retaliatory strikes against Iran. Crypto prices were first impacted by Iran's unprecedented drone strike against Israel last Saturday. That's when Bitcoin was hovering around $70,000. The next day, the cryptocurrency hit a low of $60,985, according to Coinmetrics, but later rebounded a bit and remained volatile for the rest of the week.
There are a lot of cross currents in Bitcoin's price right now. There's ETF demand, there's the halving, there's tax-related selling, and of course, there's these geopolitical events. I think you can try to read too much into the short-term trading activity. It's better to pan out. If you look big picture, it's done a great job of protecting us against inflation post-COVID. I think eventually it will be a good hedge against geopolitical disruptions, but it's a bit too much to ask for Bitcoin to both be a perfect risk-off asset and deliver exponential returns. It's an emerging risk-off asset. When it gets to be fully mature and is a perfect hedge for the events like we saw in Iran and Israel over the past week or so, those exponential returns will be gone. So I think you have to keep that.
Real quick, some of you are up, your roles are updated. Try typing in general. Let me know that you can say something.
Big picture in mind, Bitcoin is still growing into what it will eventually be.
Next, a New York federal jury convicted a crypto trader in what the DOJ calls a multi-million-dollar scheme that was the department's first ever crypto open market manipulation case. Prosecutors said 28-year-old Avraham Eisenberg fraudulently obtained about $110 million worth of crypto from the Mango Markets exchange and its customers by artificially driving up the price of both futures contracts and the Mango token. He then borrowed crypto based on the value of the inflated assets without planning on paying it back. Eisenberg, who was living in Puerto Rico, now faces a maximum possible sentence of 20 years behind bars for wire and commodities fraud, as well as commodities manipulation charges. He's scheduled to be sentenced in Manhattan Federal Court in July. Last, the SEC argues that Justin Sun traveled to the US extensively during the time that his tokens were promoted, offered, and sold, which gives sway to the agency's lawsuit against the Tron founder and his company. The SEC made that argument in this court filing yesterday, responding to Sun's request a few weeks ago to dismiss the lawsuit. In the request for dismissal, the defendants argued that the SEC lacked the jurisdiction, a claim that Sun made when he was on our show back in May. In the filing, the defendants said that the SEC...
Techman, you got admin privileges. I'm not sure if that's what you need in order to make changes, but I need somebody to help me fix the fucking bot. Golden Wolf, scroll up. I think you're already in the Discord, but jump in the Discord. There's a channel in here to where you post your Solana address for future airdrops. But you got to be in the Discord. I'm opening it up temporarily. All right, got it working. DM sent, not James. Yo, what's up, Jasper? Dan Rings, CryptoPounder4. What's up, guys? Cool. All right, Christoph, move that to the Solana channel, the Solana stuff channel. Let's see here. Copy link. Post Sol address in. There you go. General chat is just for SNGs. Yeah, I need help, guys. I need help. I really do. I appreciate every single one of you. I know there's a lot of people that you guys go like help out Red Panda Mining, Rabbit Mining, whoever, like mod stuff, or whatever. But yeah, just who else can help out and moderate the Discord? And what about Telegram? Let me know. Hit me up. We'll talk more later. Sounds good. Beautiful. Pellish, I'll check your email and we'll link up. We'll talk offline.
SEC's case stretches beyond the regulator's scope, and that extending the U.S. securities laws to cover predominantly foreign conduct go too far and should be rejected. However, the SEC argues that the court has personal jurisdiction over the defendants because they, quote, purposefully took actions in and directed toward the United States by doing things like promoting TRX and BTT tokens to U.S. investors. The SEC sued Sun, Tron, BitTorrent Foundation, and Rainberry in March of last year, alleging the groups offered and promoted unregistered securities, along with committing fraud and market manipulation. We reached out to Justin Sun's team for comment, but didn't hear back right away. All right, for our main story, the Bitcoin halving is just a few hours away. Countdown on NiceHash estimates that it should happen sometime between tonight and tomorrow. So what exactly is this much anticipated event? Well, Bitcoin miners get paid in Bitcoin to validate transactions, and every 4 years that reward is halved. Historically, the halving's cut to supply has led to significant rallies for Bitcoin, but with prices rallying so much in the run-up to the halving event this year, things look a lot different. So some say to expect a huge rally, while others...
Well, basically, you're just gonna keep an eye out for shenanigans, man. We don't want shenanigans, right? We don't want like Dynex. They got their Discord hacked, and then freaking CryptoPounder4, you're an admin as well. Let me know if you don't have the permissions necessary to do anything. But we need to fix the bot. I'll try to look into that as soon as I get home later on tonight. Telegram's good. I think the bot's set up to get you guys to the right place, to where we can talk. I'll keep you guys updated, and then once the market is created, I'll have to update the bot to keep an eye on the token price, and it will just keep posting updates and stuff like that. Anybody else that's in Discord that I'm missing, at me in the live chat. If you are unable to talk or say anything in general or even see the general chat, please let me know. Thank you, not James, for the verification bot. Okay, this is a good verification bot. I don't know what you use. I need to turn that shit off. What are the bots that I use? Oops, I just went into a channel. Ah, that shouldn't be a voice channel. What is this? What is the bot? Integration. I don't even know what the name of the bot is now. It just says 3 bots. So I guess that was created by the server stats thingamathing. Dude, too many programs, too many languages, too many things to know about. And the crypto world and blockchain is just too big. I got too much shit in my head. It's just too much. Maybe I need to take a 420. I don't even smoke. I used to back in the day, but I don't even smoke. But maybe I need to take a 420 break.
Others, like JP Morgan analysts, say the price could go down right after the event. Crypto World's Tanea McKeel explores why the halving is so uncertain for markets this year.
2024's Bitcoin halving is getting a lot.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Tech Man. Crypto Pounder 40, you got 2FA enabled? Pellish Miner, you got 2FA enabled? If you don't, I gotta disable you temporarily until you get 2FA enabled on your Discord, please.
Lot of attention. The technical event that cuts the reward paid out to miners happens roughly every 4 years. In the past, it was only celebrated by a few of the cryptocurrency's biggest cheerleaders. This year, though, the halving is a hot topic.
Sometime in the next 12, 18 months, Bitcoin can be over 150,000.
Around the halving, where the amount of Bitcoin coming to market is cut in half. After that time period, you see another year of a bull market.
And the reason for all the attention? There are way more people who care about and invest in Bitcoin than there were in 2020 during the last halving. That's thanks to a wave of adoption during the last cycle and new investment options for crypto-curious investors like spot ETFs.
This was the defining moment, I think, of Bitcoin, at least, right? In this era of its history. Like, this was its kind of IPO-like moment. Pandora's box is now open for institutional adoption of the asset class.
Investors are excited because the halving has historically set the stage for Bitcoin's next bull cycle. The event cuts the number of new Bitcoin entering the network each day, and that means tighter supply.
Bitcoin now has a clear demand.
I know, I keep saying it wrong. I know. I keep ruining it, and I'm sorry.
And on a very scarce asset, and that asset is about to get even more scarce with Bitcoin halving.
That added scarcity often kickstarts Bitcoin's rally to new all-time highs. Looking back at the 2012, 2016, and 2020 halvings, Bitcoin's price ran up about 93 times, 30 times, and 8 times, respectively, from its halving day price to its cycle top. Of course, past performance isn't indicative of future results, and the market is very different this time around.
Huge maturation of the asset class, infrastructure development, more people than ever being interested in it.
Investors are hoping that this halving event will also lead to big gains, but others think that those golden days of the halving supercharging the market might be behind us. Julio Moreno of CryptoQuant called the halving a once significant event. So, with all the hype and debate, what should you expect for Bitcoin's price in the near term?
Turn them
So
on.
immediately after, if we're going to define that as like 24 hours, 48 hours, a week, like really short term, I don't expect you're going to see much at all. It's not a short-term phenomena. This is a $30 million a day reduction.
Maybe we'll jump in a voice chat.
That effect builds
later on
over
when we're all
time.
available. Now that
So
you guys are in the
while
Discord,
that will have an effect
the
on
people
the market,
that I need to help.
1 day, 2 days, 3 days,
Yeah.
4 days after, I don't think you're.
I don't know if that overplayed my voice, but for the people that have joined that I've added to mods to help out, anybody else that can help out in the Telegram chat that ain't gonna rug pull me and fuck me over, please. I just need good-hearted people that care about blockchain and crypto as much as I do. I don't need dicks that just want to take over a project and run it into the ground. I want good-hearted people. Some of you I've known for a while. Some of you I've just met recently. There's no like disrespect. I do this for the community, the betterment of the community. Some people do this just to fucking make money. That's cool. I would like to make some money, but I'm giving all the tokens away. Demo cats, airdropping it as much as possible. Most of it's going to get burned in the liquidity pool. And then the other token that's coming out to follow Wise Project, I'm not giving a name yet. You just gonna have to wait and follow the damn channel. Subscribe to find out more. And we'll worry about that in the future. I got to build a lot of stuff.
You're going to see a whole lot.
But don't use these freaking like easy Solana tool creator apps, man. You can do it yourself via the Solana CLI. Under $3. 0.02 Solana. Yeah, the liquidity pool is going to cost more, right? Like 3, 4 Solana to do that. I understand that costs more, but like right now to make a token, get it visible on Bird Eye, get it visible on Phantom Wallet. 0.2 Solana, dude. It ain't hard. Just takes a little bit of seat time in front of the computer on a Windows or a Ubuntu system. Do it. Don't spend $100, $70, $50.
And in the long term, well, if you noticed earlier, each halving event has provided diminishing returns. 2012 saw a bigger rally than 2016, and so on. There are also more ways than ever for investors to push Bitcoin's price higher.
I'll come out and say I am a skeptic on the fact that the diminishing returns will happen this year. I think this year we see a greater return than last cycle because, ultimately what drives an asset price up, any asset price, is not financial models, it's not cash flows, it's people hitting the buy button in their brokerage account.
I think it's a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy where certainly, a reduction in issuance of Bitcoin does help the price by making it more scarce. But a large part of it is also just bringing it back into headlines, having it be top of mind. In practice, the ETF flows are substantially larger than any sort of increased issuance in Bitcoin from Bitcoin miners. So I think it's not more of a material change and more of just a change in perception of the asset.
All right, that's all for Crypto World this week. We'll be back again on Monday, and we'll see you then.
All right. So let's see here. Rabid mining is still chilling. What you guys want to talk about? I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to 1 o'clock, but who else is missing out? If you need another mod. All right, Dan, son, appreciate. Oh, shit, man. Blockchain is just crazy, bro. Super crazy. Super crazy. All right, let's see here. So yeah, like I forgot which bot this server was using. Oh, forgot which bot. But yeah. The Discord needs to be not cleaned up because it doesn't have a lot of users. It just needs to have the verification bot invoked. It needs to have, maybe some cleanup or better apps. Because I got like the basic server stat bot and Captcha bot. That's what it was. Captcha bot. I think that's like phased out or something. Or maybe I didn't update it. I don't know. But to keep up with Twitter or X and Telegram and WhatsApp and this and that and Facebook and Instagram, and I got banned from TikTok after posting one fucking video about the iPolo G1 Mini. Like, so many different platforms that you're trying to promote on or get exposure on, and you're just one person. It's really freaking hard. Like, if I had a team, great. If I had it automated or I could pay for the subscription to automate and stuff like that, great. But I'm just a regular guy posting content on the internet. You guys know who I am. I'm playing around. I'm learning Solana CLI, and I'm airdropping tokens. That's it. That's it. Gonna make a market. Will it do good? We don't know. Will it do bad? We don't know. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm just sending you the token. You do with it what you want. Because a lot of people just like airdrop to everybody holding Bonk, or airdrop to everybody holding SHIB, or airdrop to everybody holding whatever. I might grab a little bit of, like, if I don't get a lot of people, I might grab a few addresses from those lists and just randomly select, right? But as of right now, I still got to continue working on demo cats, which I've been doing only in my free time because I do have to work and take care of my family. And then the main token, the wife's project, we'll just keep calling it the wife's project, that I got to get, website, everything, all that set up and stuff like that. So here's a list of verification bots. Maybe check the one on top. All right, so this is homework for me. I'm not sure if any of the mods, Techman or whoever that has 2FA enabled on the Discord, remember, if you're an admin or a mod, You need to have 2FA enabled. We don't want you to get compromised and then somebody take over the Discord, please. But if you guys got the capability to fix the verification bot, go for it. Otherwise, I will add it to my homework on top of the Solana project and keep you all posted. Thank you for posting your addresses. If you're watching this in the future, the Solana channel, Solana stuff, is where I want you to post your addresses. I'll have to accumulate those one by one. That's going to be fun. I'm sure I could have been like, send Solana to this address and I'll have your address. I could have done that. But I don't want it to cost you anything. A transaction fee or whatever. I don't want you to cost anything. I just having fun with it. It's a project to have some fun with. But anyways, Rapid Mining is going live in about half an hour, guys. I gotta get some food in my belly and I gotta go help out the wife. I'll be back in action as soon as possible. Content will continue to come out. I am slowed down because instead of spending my extra time trying to create content, I was focused on creating the Solana tokens and learning the Solana CLI and SPL-token and Rust commands and Metaplex and Metaboss and Meta this and Meta that. Again, my brain was going to explode yesterday. Crypto Mikkel got the brunt of it yesterday when I gave him a call. I sounded very manic because I was, but I figured it out. And now I have the knowledge to do it, and I recorded that knowledge in a document, and maybe I might do a video and share that knowledge with you, or just the document online, so that way you can follow it step by step from beginning to grabbing all the various programs you need, right? Git, sudo, Git app, or, oh my God. Now I got Python going into my brain. The commands just mixing together. Anyways, I might put it online, so stay tuned for that. Content will keep coming out, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Sorry for some of the people that dropped because I was getting boring there. But yeah, Halving's done. Congratulations, you survived. Wow. During the stream, we went from 63, like the high 63s to almost the high 64K. So Bitcoin's on a run up. Oh, Solana went from 142, 147. I need more Sol. Stop going up. No. I need Solana. I need more Solana to do this right. If you have some Solana to spare, go for it. I posted the address on my Twitter. I can't remember where now. But if you don't do it. Please don't do it. Pay your bills. Take care of your stuff. Take care of your family. Take care of whatever you need to. But yeah, I posted it somewhere. Right here. So this status, if you send crypto to that address, that will help fund the liquidity pool. And I will have your address if I don't already have it. So just FYI, you don't have to. Please take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your bills. Otherwise, that's it, man. That's it for today's stream. And let's go ahead and get demonetized and play this video for you guys because I really love it. It's really loud, so let me turn it down a bit because it's going to blow your eardrums. But I thought Neil playing this was hilarious yesterday. It got me pumped in the morning. So that's going to do it for today's stream. Hit the like button on the way out. Make sure to get subscribed, hit notification bell to stay up to date, all that good stuff. Appreciate you. Thank you for dealing with my craziness. Much love, much respect. And yeah. There's links in the description. Sign up for Mine Disrupt. Save some money down there. What is it? Keystone's also doing a sale on their hardware wallets. If you're interested, follow-up video on the overview or setup process coming in the future. And just take care. I'll see you guys later. My brain needs to shut down. Maybe I need to go smoke, which I don't do anymore, but maybe I should.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up. Gotta wake up, bitch. Get up.